Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Insight Show. My name is Reverend Dennis Gustaferi, or AKA Reverend Dennis. It is Thursday night. It's 8 o'clock. It is 5/21/15, and you're watching it here on madhousetv.com, and I'm so glad you tuned in. We're going to do a half-hour show today instead of our usual 1 hour. Do you remember when we used to do 90 minutes? We did that for a long time. I had the John Roper and the Bob Knight 4 guys on, and all those guys at the end, and Oh God with John Roper off the side there. It was really a cool time. But anyway, here we are, and you know the theme of the show, as always, is from that movie, Oh God, starring the old George Burns, and that message that he had on there was Think God. So I'm going to leave you with those words of Thank God. And I want to tell you also that we will be playing, me and, or I should say, Den and Jerry will be playing over in Sergio's on Saturday night, June 13th. And it's on the monitor right now if you want to take a look at it. We'll be there, Den and Jerry, for a dinner show, dinner at 6:30. And show is at 8 o'clock, and it's $35 per person, and tax and tip included. So come on down, listen to us do some songs from then to now, and you'll have a good time, I promise you. We had a great time last month. We'll be there once a month now. This time it's on a Saturday. Every other time will be on a Friday. So with that, trying to think if there's any other news of the thing today. I don't think so. Other than the fact that, well, you know, my heart goes out to the family of Lenny Coco and the Chimes, which, you know, I sang with Lenny, and he passed. So you're in our thoughts, Lenny, and Jenny and Andrea and the rest of the family over there. Our hearts are with you. And our prayers, of course, and we'll have some announcements coming up sometime soon, so you all hang in there, okay? Now, over to my left, I have a comedian with me tonight, and he's very funny, as per Benny. We'll talk about that from Gagoots, the Gagoots Show, Benny Rizzuti. His name is Alan Kimbarow, and let's see if I got that right or destroyed it or whatever. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. It's great to be here, man. It's nice to meet you, Dennis.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. So, now how do you know Benny?
Well, I had done a job with him recently, a show over at the North Shore Veterans Hospital. We did a free gig just for the veterans to kind of give back a little, and I guess I impressed him, so he asked me to come on to Madhouse TV, and here I am.
He actually did my show. I tell that every time we talk about. I did my show first, then he had his own show. And well, that's pretty cool. So now, how long have you been doing comedy?
Since 2002. It kind of started after 9/11. You know, I kind of thought that the people that were in that building, what didn't they do that last weekend, that if they knew the building was going to fall on Tuesday, you know, what would they have done that last weekend? And I always thought I could do stand-up comedy, and I kind of was like, you know what, let me try it.
But you know what, you have to do. You have to do.
Absolutely.
You know, no matter what it is, don't let anybody ever tell you can't do something. Do it. It's just as simple as that. I've done so many things in my life. Here, as a New York City detective, retired. Now you work as a court reporter.
Right, in Queens Supreme Criminal Terms, so you actually might have been in my courtroom before you retired giving testimony.
I am so sure.
I hope you didn't speak fast, because I probably yelled at you.
But I never lost a case, unlike Perry Mason. And
Oh, okay, good for you.
Yeah. Now they're going to be looking it up saying, did I? But that's cool. So I was doing that. I was a correction officer in Rikers Island before that. I was a special patrolman in Coney Island before that.
Wow.
I was an electrician before that.
I come from a civil service family myself. My dad was actually the first graduating class of the New York City Housing Authority Police Department back in 1959. So.
Wow. And, well, where I work now also, there's a lot of retired cops and housing cops and transit cops, believe it or not. Well,
Which are
there's
actually,
one.
now it's all just NYPD. Now they merged
Now they
all three of them.
merged, yeah.
My father always liked that. He thought, now he's regular NYPD instead of Housing Authority.
Well, now, besides it, well, that's a lot. Since '02, I retired in '01.
Okay.
So maybe I caught your act. I don't know if you started out. Where have you played?
Well, back in the past, when this guy Gary Smith used to own the brokerage, that's where I did most of my work. For a couple of years, I hosted all his fundraising shows, and it was the height of my comedy career. You're catching me at the end.
No, I would say the end. There's always a start.
Yes, it's very
Every day's a start.
It's very depressing. I'm a has-been, and I never was anything in the first place.
I don't know if you heard that in the background. So, a lovely Janine back there. Well, we're going to give you a shot at that too. We're going to do some stand-up.
I look forward to it.
You can sit down and do your stand-up, or you can stand up and stand up.
No,
It's whatever you prefer.
Don't let the weight fool you. I can stand. And by the way, I posted on what's it called, social media. So if any of my friends from elementary school are watching, just remember the camera puts 100 pounds on. But just want to remind you.
Yeah, remember that. Okay. Yeah. So, that's it. We're close up shop. We're done. Go home.
Fantastic. Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
So, what style of comedy do you do?
Of course, weight, family, children, marriage, all the basic stuff.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing this stuff.
And
Good.
I also want to apologize for being a little gruffy. This is my New York Rangers playoff beard. And, of course, my first opportunity to come on Madhouse TV is smack dab in the middle of the playoffs. So here I am.
I don't know if you saw that, but we had one of the hockey guys in here from the guy who does, I forget what he called it. I cleaned up the ice.
Oh, the Zamboni driver?
Is that what they call it? He does it in the area.
Wow.
He was a comedian. Sweeper. Yeah, the sweeper, right.
Oh.
But he cleaned the creases. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Because I had a lot of fun with that once. He told me clean creases.
You got to do what you got to do.
Had to go there. But he came up with the hockey sticks and everything else, and he was all upset because he lost his job. He was doing that, and they're moving to Brooklyn.
Right. Oh, well, I'm a Rangers fan, so I don't even want to talk about the Islanders.
Oh.
They're old news. They're gone. They're history.
Oh, that's kind of like...
They're out of the playoffs. They're off the island. They're done.
Wow.
So if you want to talk Rangers, we can go Rangers.
So I don't know anything about sports.
Which is a good thing, because I don't really know that much either.
I learned about the crease cleaning and all that stuff from him. I wish you could remember his name. He's going to be mad at me if he's watching. I'm sorry. You were a great comedian. Huh? Joey Patroni. That's right. Joey Patroni. How could I forget that name? Sorry, Joey. If you're out there sweeping, if you're out there with the creases.
I feel terrible. I can't believe I missed the crease cleaning guy.
Oh, it was great. It was. You ever need your crease cleaned? He's the guy you want to call.
There you go. I hope you have his number. I'm married 32 years, so I definitely need a crease cleaning guy.
Oh, my. All right.
Okay, if I had a whole room filled with her, I'd be one happy guy.
I'm trying to get her out of here, but she won't come out of here. I used to have a partner here. He was also a minister, Reverend Joe, and he's been with me. I had a group called Sweet Sound Band for like 17 years. He was my trumpet player in that. When I put that to bed, I joined the Bob Knight Four, which was a big Legends group. I took him with me. And then when we went to Lenny Coco and the Chimes, I took him with me. So I've been able to take him with me.
Oh, very nice.
But he is the type of guy you want in the audience. He is a belly laugh. Anybody who's ever been here, you could hear him over everything. And they're like, give me his number. We'll pay for him to come to the show.
Sometimes a guy like that can be distracting, though.
Oh, I don't know. He
Yeah.
gets everybody. His laughter alone. You know, he's like that commercial with the girl laughing in the movies in the commercial.
Right?
You have that laugher. Well, he would have everybody laughing. I mean, even if you weren't funny, the slightest little thing set him off. It was
Oh,
funny.
good. Then I would want him in the audience.
Yeah, I have to give you his number later for a nominal fee. No, of course.
Oh, fantastic. I get someone's number and it's a guy.
Well, hey, you're missing this. I don't know if you can hear this, but that laugh is one. They get both of them in there. Cassie, we have an intern in there by the name of Cassie, and Janine Zerilli, who is working all the sound and everything, but I'm trying to get her to put the microphone on there so she could come out here with the sound.
And just in case Cassie's professor is watching, she is working so hard back there. She deserves every credit, and she deserves like an A.
Oh, she is. She really is tremendous. They speak very highly of you, Cassie. If you can see the sign language. So anyway, where are you going to be next?
Right now I don't have much planned, but June 5th I am going to be at a special show being put together by Mike Dillon, who's a very...
Gateway to comedy.
Gateway Comedy. He's a producer here on Long Island, also a comedian. He was kind of there from day one when I started. I know him the whole 12 years I'm in comedy, and I know it's been mentioned on the show, Mike's been ill over the last year, and there have been fundraisers, and everyone's just, the whole comedy community's been rallying behind him. And as a thank you, he's put together a show at the Clarion Hotel on June 5th. It's free admission, so if anyone wants to come see some free comedy, it's probably going to be a long night of comedy, because I have a feeling a lot of comedians are going to show up to pay their respects and to be with Mike that night. So I would suggest you all come. It's at the Clarion Hotel on Vets Highway in Ronkonkoma on June 5th.
Got a lot of crazy people there, and there's another guy there who's he's great. He's Sulci, he plays guitar, he sings. His name is gone.
And I'm not sure who you're talking about, so I can't even help
But
you.
it's a lot of fun. I've been to the shows. I've been there. It was like, when you get this age, it goes right out the, whenever you're thinking of something.
Well, I'm 54,
Right
so I
out.
fully understand what you're talking about.
63.
What were you saying?
Huh? No, so so he's going to be on my show again, Mike Dillon.
Oh, fantastic.
On June 25th, we're having a night of comedy here. I've done this before. I'm having, let's see, him and Les Deegan
Oh, very nice. I know Les is,
and Benny
fantastic.
Gazzuti.
All great guys.
Yeah, they're going to be here, and there's going to be two more that haven't announced yet. But night of comedy, you sit down, hang out on the red couch over there with the mics going, and we'll just yell out certain words and see how they respond to them. And everybody gets a 5-minute spot.
I know it's a night of comedy, but Les might break into song, just to warn you.
No, that's right. He's sung on the show. Yeah,
Oh, has
he's been
he?
on my show
Okay.
several times. Yeah,
He's a crooner.
yeah, he certainly
The
is.
old standards.
Yeah, well, the Fiddler on the Roof stuff is a biggie for him. Do you sing as well?
No, not at all.
Or do you
Isn't
sing? I should say as well.
As a matter of fact, in fifth grade, when we were putting on some sort of performance, the teacher was going down the line saying, something's not right, and as soon as she got in front of me, she was like, it's you. She was like, lip sync. In fifth grade, this teacher made me lip sync. That's how bad I sing, so.
Well, also now, do you have a contact number where they can get a hold of you if they want to book you?
If they want to book me, they can just go to bigmancomedy@aol.com. That's the best way to contact me for my comedy needs.
Big man comedy.
Big Man Comedy, it's a stretch, but
Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna get up and do a song, provided everybody's aware of it. Is my band awake and conscious? You tell them to get back out, put the stuff down, come back out to the come on back out to the stage. I get to do a song, and that's my usual rap. But we're having a good time here tonight. I'm looking forward to having you do some comedy in a few minutes.
I look forward to doing it.
But we'll do this. We'll go from here to a commercial break, come back, and we'll have you, that'll be a good thing.
Fantastic.
Okay. Yes. Thank you for sticking around. When this old world starts getting me down and people aren't too much for me to face, I'm gonna climb way up to the top of the stairs, and all my cares just drift right into space. On the roof, it's peaceful as can be, and there the world below don't bother me. No, no. So when I come home feeling tired and beat, I'll go up where the air is fresh and sweet now. I'll get far away from the hustle and crowd and all that rat race noise down in the street. On the roof, that's the only place I know. Just look at the city, baby, where you just have to wish to make it so. Let's go up on the roof. Yeah. At night the stars, they put on a show for free. And darling, you can share it all with me. That's what I said, I keep on telling you. Right smack dab in the middle of town, I found a paradise that's trouble-proof, yeah. And if this old world starts getting you down, there's room enough for two up on the roof, up on the roof, yeah, up on the roof. You know, everything is alright, everything is alright, yeah, yeah, yeah. You got the sky above, the city white below. You just gotta go take a little stroll, walk up with me up on the roof, yeah, yeah, yeah. One more, yes, up on the roof with me, baby. Yes, I want you to stick around. We'll come back from our little commercial break. We'll be listening to the happiest sounds up on the roof, yeah. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 cup.
Stretching under sedation or manipulation under anesthesia is a very gentle, very precise procedure to very slowly release any scar tissue that is formed as a result of a traumatic injury. Many people ask, how does this work? Will I get hurt? Will you stretch me too far? We only stretch the body part to its normal range of motion. After completing the post-MUA rehabilitation program, it's very common that our patients say to us, hey, I can play ball with my kid again. Hey, I can bowl again. Hey, I can enjoy hiking again. This is what makes it rewarding to us as practitioners.
You coming back already? That was a quick commercial.
Are we back?
Yes. Wow.
Reverend Dennis, where are you?
Well, I guess it's okay.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Reverend Dennis, I guess, and I'm going to introduce, I'd like to bring to the stage right now, a guy that's been doing comedy on Long Island since 2002, Big Al. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Reverend Dennis, thank you so much. Everybody, give it up for Reverend Dennis. Oh, I forgot we're not in a club. We're in a studio and there's no one here. How you doing? How's everybody doing? As you heard, my name is Alan, which is a great name for a fat guy like me because everyone calls me Big Al. I mean, when have you ever gone to a party and someone walks in the room and everyone's like, Big Irving, Big Harvey? Never, it's always Big Al, and it's with such enthusiasm. Big Al! Everyone's so happy to see Big Al. Until I get on the Long Island Railroad and one of the only empty seats is next to you. Then you're not so happy to see Big Al, are you? What I don't understand, all you skinny people divert your eyes and look in your magazines as if somehow I won't see you. I see the food. What makes you think I won't see the empty seat? And if somebody else farts on that train, I know you all think it's me. You're all looking at the big man. I know it. But I am making some lifestyle changes. I started going to the gym and I cut down to 2 packs a day of Oreos. But it's really good when I do my cardio work. I get on a treadmill behind a woman with the nicest body. It's like dangling the carrot in front of the horse. What else can I tell you? I've been married for 32 years, but here's what I don't understand. I was married 8 days after my 23rd birthday. So that means 1 year later, I was 24 years old, married for 1 year. I was married for 1/24 of my life. 10 years later, I was 34 and I was married for 11 years, which is almost 1/3 my life. 10 years after that, I was 44 and married for 21 years. Now we're getting close to half my life. Then I turned 54 and I was married for 31 years, which is over half my life. Now, I'm not that good in math, but I don't like where this is headed. At least it's been a happy 32 years. Would you like to know the secret to a happy marriage? For the last 17 years, I've sent my wife away to sleepaway camp every summer. It's the truth. She's the camp mom at a sleepaway camp, Camp Tioga, up in the Endless Mountain region of Pennsylvania, 180 miles away. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Wow, Big Al has an empty house. He must be smoking cigars, having card games, maybe getting a little something on the side. Let me tell you, that's what I thought. But it turns out when she's gone, I have to do all her chores. I have to do the supermarket shopping, I have to clean the house, I have to do the laundry. The only thing missing is a guy hounding me for sex. The ladies in the control room like that one. Yeah. And it was really nice though. This year, before she goes away, she said, you know, this year, maybe we could experiment with phone sex. I was like, really? What did you have in mind? She said, every night at 10 o'clock, I'll put my cell phone on vibrate. You call me and keep hitting redial for 10 minutes. Yeah. You know what's nice, though? When she comes home at the end of the summer, I don't need any blue pills. I don't need any medication. I'm good to go. But you have seen the commercials for Viagra, Cialis, all that. If you have an erection for 4 hours, seek medical attention. Well, I don't know what your emergency room visit would sound like, but mine would sound something like this. Excuse me, I've had an erection for 4 hours. Medical attention? I want everyone's attention. Ugh. And what comes with marriage? Kids. Kids have been a trip every step of the way. I could sit here for an hour. I could fill up an hour talking about the kids. I'll just tell you my favorite story. My oldest son, when he was 17 years old, a white kid from Syosset. I walk in the house, he's like, yo, what's up, Dizzle? What's up, Dizzle? So I told him, get in the car. I took him to my old neighborhood in the Bronx. Next thing you know, there's shizzle in his pants. Big tough kid. Yeah. Yeah. So I know you're all looking at me because I kind of have that look. Is Big Al Jewish or Italian? And people ask me all the time, Al, you Jewish or Italian? But if you think about it, it's really a ridiculous question. I mean, one's a religion and one's a nationality. I mean, no one's ever come up to me and said, Big Al, you Jewish or Canadian? But then I realized there are Jews in Italy, which means there are women out there that are both Jewish and Italian. Oy vey, mamma mia, could you imagine the guilt in that household? And what must a Jewish husband from Italy be like? Hey, I'm a-going out with my friends tonight, if that's okay with you. Yeah, Big Al. Nicknames are a funny thing, aren't they? I have a coworker, speaks to his wife on the phone all the time, calls her Dollface. I love you, Dollface. Take care, Dollface. I'm thinking, wow, how endearing. What a sweet name. I finally got to meet her. She looks like G.I. Joe. Well, I'm having fun here. You know, I used to be a birthday party clown. I just can't tell if this is a step up or a step down. And I know you're wondering, why would a guy that looks like Big Al be a birthday party clown? Well, I'm blessed with a couple of talents, and when you see what they are, you'll know that I had no choice. By the way, you like my comedy shirt? I bought it because it's a comedy shirt, but I bought it in a regular big and tall store, which means there's a fat guy out there on a Saturday night thinking he's looking fantastic. Go figure. Anyway, let's get back to my great talents. Thank you. Pavarotti had a golden voice. Mark Teixeira could hit a ball 400 feet. I got hand whistling. Yay! And you would think that would be enough as far as God-given talents. Oh, I've been blessed with something else, and that's what I'm going to finish up with here tonight. I'm Big Al. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, Big Al. Alan, one more time. Say your last name.
Kimbarow.
That's right. You said it right.
I said it
really
right.
Good. Thank you very much for
My
coming down
pleasure.
to this show.
It's been great to be here, man.
And listen, since you introduced yourself, why don't you take us out to a real quick commercial?
Hey, you're watching the Inside Show on Madhouse TV. We're going to cut to commercial right now. We'll see you real soon.
Dunkin Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarket. I made the donuts. Time to make the donuts. But up to 52 varieties. The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Dunkin Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, GMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV. You are the man.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sticking around on this very short version of the Inside Show today. But like usual, I always end the show with this song. So with that, I'd like to thank Janine Zarelli and our intern, name Cassie. There we go, right out my head. And then Tommy, should I say, I'll say it right more. But I was going to say Tommy Mealy just to get to him. But Tommy Mealy and Vicky, thank you. And here we go. So thank you so much for sticking around. You too.
My pleasure.
This is where I get to do a little honor to God and country. There you go. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. All we need is the wind blowing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's honor our first responders, our police departments and fire departments, our soldiers defending our freedom. To our veterans who've been there and done that, I give you the greatest country in the world. Sing it out. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America. God bless America. I love that. To all glory. God bless America. Our home, sweet home. Good night, everybody. God bless. See you next week.